It's game day at Georgian. Hello and welcome to the Georgian College Athletic Centre in Barrie, Ontario. Today's first matchup of the day is the Georgian women's basketball team hosting the St. Lawrence Vikings. Georgian is coming off a one-win, one-loss road trip last weekend and has the chance to make a move in the standings here today. A win today would tie Georgian with St. Lawrence in 6th place in the East. SLC is 4-6, and a win would also give them a boost in the standings. It's a tight East division, and there's a lot on the line as we come down the final stretch of the regular season. It's St. Lawrence at Georgian for the Grizzlies' first home basketball game of 2019. Live on the call, I'm Sean McAvoy, looking forward to a great matchup here today. As the two teams take the floor, we'll take a look through the starting lineups. On the St. Lawrence side, number 4, Abby McIntyre, number 11, Kylie Moyer, number 12, Rachel Steer, number 14, Cassie DeWolf, and number 25, Michaela Appleby make up the starting lineup. For the hometown Georgian Grizzlies, number 7, Eden Young, number 9, Chelsea Lees, number 10, Kelsey Dunkold, number 11, Mackenzie Howlett, and number 23, Katie Murray all start. Head coach for the Vikings, 8th-year man Remy Simpson. As for the Grizzlies, in his first year, Todd Talbot. The tip is off. We're underway. SLC controls the ball off the tip. And it's number 14, Cassie DeWolf, with the ball. She hands it off to Rachel Steer. Steer moves it to McIntyre, who drives the lane with the left. Puts it into the middle for Appleby. Steer moves it to McIntyre. McIntyre drives left. Goes outside. That's Steer with the shot. It's off the mark. Young grabs the rebound. It's Howlett headed up court for the Grizzlies, handing it off to Young. Working the top of the three-point arc, trying to get the ball inside. It's Young on the far side, moving it to the top for Howlett. Outside for Lees, fakes, trying to get into the paint. It's a turnover. SLC has it as they move up floor. It's Steer moving it to DeWolf. Far side for McIntyre, shots up, and it's good. First shot of the game is good. It's Appy McIntyre, 4-3, SLC with the three-point lead. Over half now are the Grizzlies. Young with the ball. Moving it far side for Lees. SLC completely denying inside, not letting that ball get in the paint here early on. It's down low for Dunkold, finding Howlett at the top of the arc. Outside for Lees. 2 seconds on the shot clock. The shot's up. A big rebound there by Kelsey Dunkold. Trying to drive the middle. Howlett's shot's up, and it's not going to fall. Got every bit of the rim. She'll have a second chance. No good on the second opportunity. Dunkold fighting for a rebound. It's going to go off of the Grizzlies and out. SLC ball.
Cassie, I want you inbounding the ball from now on, okay? Cassie, I want you inbounding the ball from now on.
Steer takes the inbound pass. SLC heads up floor. It's McIntyre passing it right for Moyer. Moyer driving. Steer pump fakes and drives, trying to give a high pass on the inside. It's gathered by Lees. Grizzlies ball now, heading up court. Howlett setting up the offense as she carries it over half. Young to Howlett. Howlett trying to go for the baseline. Pass far side for Murray, and the shot's up. It's off the mark. Moyer grabs the rebound. SLC coming back the other way. DeWolf. Dunkel had a chance to force the turnover. Doesn't do so. Steer now has it on the far side. Shots up for 3. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Howlett. Lees. Baseline pass. Dunkel shots up. Off the mark. Dunkel ends up with the ball. Puts it out to Young. Baseline for Lees. Shots up. Off the rim. Kelsey Dunkel tried to keep that ball inbound, but her right foot went out. Meanwhile, Allison Hagedorn's going to check into the game. for number 11, Kylie Moyer. It's Steer and the Vikings setting things up on offense. Steer drives right, puts the shot up off the backboard and in. 5-0 Viking lead here. Georgian offense struggling to get much going early on, unable to get the ball inside. A lot of passing outside the three-point arc. Let's see if they can penetrate the inside here. It's Young with the ball at top of the arc. Moves it to Howlett. Shots up and no good. Driving, puts a shot up off the backboard and in. Finally got that ball inside and gets 2 points out of it. McIntyre on the left side, one-on-one with Lees. Spinning move and drives. Left hand, no good. Howlett grabs the rebound, looking for an outlet. Unable to get a solid fast break out of their end there. Georgian had a chance. Could have had an odd man rush. Ball didn't move fast enough, and here they are setting up in the offensive end. Howlett drives. There's space in the middle, puts the shot up, no good. Rebounded by McIntyre. Pass out to Steer, and she slows things down. Hagedorn grabs the pass, moves it inside for Appleby. Appleby goes inside for Steer. Just lost possession as she went for the shot. Emily McDonald will come into the game for Rachel Steer. Howlett with the ball, crossing half. It's Jessica Novak-Simcha in the game now. And she receives the pass inside, puts the shot up, and she's got 2. Todd Talbot bringing in some forwards, trying to get some offensive movement down in the paint. It does work out there as Novak-Simcha got the 2, but they will send SLC to the foul line here. Or not the case, pardon me, it will be a call against SLC, so Georgian ball. That's Moyer and Snyder coming into the game. This play resumes. Novak-Simcha tried to find Lees inside, just off her hands. That's a turnover. McIntyre coming back the other way. Moyer guarded by Dunkel, driving. Outside, shots up 4-3. Good rebound by Kelsey Dunkel. Howlett has it, coming back the other way. Stretch pass to Lees. A good look, just unable to get it to go. SLC coming back the other way. They've got a 5-4 lead. Moyer steps to the right, outside. That was McDonald, shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, second chance. Also off the mark. Novak-Simcha finally grabs it. Georgian coming back the other way. Trying to break away from her defender. Novak-Simcha takes a fall, and the foul is called against Abby McIntyre on St. Lawrence. And George is going to call a timeout and talk things over. Need to put together an offensive plan here. Both teams looking to do so. 4 minutes remain in the first quarter. Only 9 points have been scored so far in the game. It's a 5-4 SLC lead. What? Lees takes the inbound pass from Howlett. It's now Howlett with the three-point shot from outside. Dunkel with a good rebound, offensive rebound there, and it gives Novak Simcha a chance for two, and she gets it. She's got 4 points on the day. A couple mid-range jumpers from Jessica Novak Simcha. Couple players fight for the ball under the basket. Goes in favor of the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have their first lead of the day. Chance to build on it as they transition to offense here. Novak Simcha has the ball, pass it to Lees. Howlett trails behind her, and Lees looks for somewhere to go with the ball. Pressure put on Lees there, forced a turnover. Her pass was just off the mark and goes out of bounds. SLC inbounding on their side of the half. And Steer with the ball, crossing half. Howlett covering her. Pass goes to Snyder. Steer now, has a lane, trying to drive. Plays whistle dead. A push is called against Mackenzie Howlett. That's her first foul of the game, first team foul for the Grizzlies. Cassie DeWolf will inbound this pass. Ian Young in coverage. Finds Steer. Steer's matched up against Dunkel. DeWolf sidesteps Young, who is closing in as the defender. And they call will go against Young. Now both teams with 2 team fouls here, 2:54 remaining in the first quarter. Steer receives the inbound pass. Matched up against Howlett. Shot from deep is no good. Lees grabs the rebound, moves it to Young. Young needs to find somewhere to go with it. Jumps on the ball, tries to get it off, she does. And they get it out of their defensive end. Howlett now with space to drive, kicks it out. Far side, Novak Simpson now wide open, Eden Young for 3. It's no good. Steer grabs the rebound. It's out for DeWolf. DeWolf 3 points up, and it's good. SLC does a great job of that, driving inside, find the open shooter on the outside. It worked there. Cassie DeWolf nails the three-pointer. SLC back out on top by 2, but Grizzlies looking for a response. Howlett in the paint, trying to get a pass across, intercepted by Steer. Steer with a deep pass to DeWolf, pump fakes and moves to the right. Now outside for Moyer, shots up. That one's no good, but she was open on the outside and had another chance at a three-pointer for SLC. And in the meantime, SLC is going to call a timeout. It's an SLC Viking lead. They're up 8-6 with 1:44 left to go in the first. She's not dressed though tonight? Okay, yeah. Don't know where she is. All right, fair. Yeah, okay. I think we only have 7 people dressed. Yeah. two teams return to the floor. It's Cassie DeWolf with the inbound pass from the offensive baseline. Moyer to DeWolf. DeWolf puts the three-pointer up, and it's no good. Howlett lets that one go out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take over, inbounding in their own end. 1:35 remains in the first quarter. SLC leads by 2, 8-6. Lees takes the pass, moving it to Murray. Novak Simcha pass inside to Lees, wide open under the basket. That's a good two. Good ball movement from the Grizzlies. Found Lees wide open under the basket. We're all tied up at 8. Moyer drives and passes outside for DeWolf. He doesn't take it cleanly. She had an open look there, but wasn't able to get it off. Steer now thought about it, but drives. It's out to DeWolf. Georgian doing a good job covering the shooters on this defensive possession. Steer drives the inside and gets the floater to go. Novak Simcha moves it to Dunkel. Dunkel looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Takes the ball off her dribble. Moves it to Howlett. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Howlett drives, tried to put up a shot, didn't get it off cleanly. And now it's Steer coming back the other way for SLC. DeWolf moving it left for Steer. Steer's open for the shot. It's no good. Moyer's going to come down with the ball as it bounced around from player to player. It's now Moyer with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Steer puts up another three. That one's no good, but SLC grabs their own rebound. It was Snyder who grabbed it. And the shot's up there with 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Snyder's going to fight for it and going to get the jump ball with about 0.7 seconds remaining on the clock. Good hustle is going to give them another opportunity to get a shot up. It'll have to be a quick catch and shoot by SLC. DeWolf to Steer. Got the shot up, but going away from the basket, had to try and turn her body and get the shot off. It was no good, but a good chance for SLC. That wraps up the first quarter. St. Lawrence leads 10-8.
Fans, at halftime for today's game, we'll be doing our first Super Cash contest of the new year. Someone can walk away with $1,000, so make sure you get your tickets at the front desk.
It'll be Georgian starting the second quarter with the ball. Chelsea leads inbounds to Mackenzie Howlett. We're back underway. Lees has it at the top of the arc. Moves it inside to Dunkel. Back out for Young. Dunkel inside one-on-one with DeWolf. She decides to turn back the other way. Now going back inside to Dunkel. Shots up and good. It's going to be a very important focus for the Grizzlies offense moving forward, getting that ball in the paint. That's where a lot of their points do come from. On the other side, SLC is taking a lot of three-point shots. Here's another one from Alison Hegedorn. That one's off the mark. And missed threes are really what's keeping the Grizzlies in this game so far. SLC has had a lot of offensive chances, a lot of open 3 points, shots, but they just haven't been making them. Almost coming back with the interception. Young resetting for the Grizzlies, driving right. DeWolf takes her in coverage. It might be DeWolf getting the call, and it is. That's going to give the Grizzlies a fresh 14 on the shot clock, as it was dwindling down before that call was made. Inbounded to Young. Young moving left. Passes left in the corner for Howlett. Shot's no good. It was a three-point attempt. Chased down. Miscommunication, a couple SLC players, and Young now driving, has space, goes to the right hand, but no good, a little too much on it. Bounces off the backboard and out. Steer crosses half for SLC. In the corner for McIntyre, driving on Lees, back outside. That's DeWolf with the shot, and that's a three-pointer, is good. Hagedorn in coverage. And the tight coverage forces a turnover. Lee's pass a little bit off the mark of her intended receiver, and it goes out of bounds. Moyer comes back into the game for SLC, and Steer carries the ball over half. Inside to Hagedorn, good pass, and she'll get to the line. Allison Hagedorn did a good job making a cut on her defender, getting open inside. Eden Young had no choice but to foul or give up the easy two. Hagedorn good on her first attempt at the line. Good on both of them, and it's a 2-point outing for the SLC offense. Young carries it over half. Moves to Lees. Stop the play if the clock didn't stop. Get that fixed up and get back underway. Howlett moving it to Dunkel. Dunkel now trying to get down low. Risky pass inside, goes off the feet of Young and out of bounds. That's a turnover for Georgian. St. Lawrence heads up court, up 5, 7:32 remaining in the second quarter. Steer trying to get around Murray, the defender. Murray disrupting the play and grabs the ball. Good turnover forced there by Katie Murray. It's now Lees with the ball. Hagedorn in defense. Young goes down low to Dunkel. Far side for Howlett, grabs it, saves it from going out of bounds. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Young has to do something with it here. She's got 3 seconds left. That'll be a turnover. Moyer now driving, unable to get it to go. Passes out. Now Appleby to McIntyre. Far side for Moyer, driving the baseline. Putting it up. Good contest by Kelsey Dunkel. Kayla Appleby is going to be called for the foul there. Jessica Novak-Simcha and Autumn Courtney preparing to check into the game for the Grizzlies as Lees fights away from her defender. Has to put it to the top of the arc for Young. Outside to Howlett, who takes the 2-point shot. It doesn't go. Steer moving the ball up court. Moyer able to find it just in time. Hagedorn open for the three, and that's off the mark. SLC 3 for 14 shooting from the three-pointer so far this game. Hagedorn trying to find the ball in the paint. It's Moyer that comes down with it. She got a second chance up, but it doesn't go. Young and the Grizzlies coming back the other way. McIntyre gets in the way, and that's enough to disrupt the offensive possession. Steer open and driving. Pump fake and shot. A good pump fake by Steer. Young's going to take a knee as she's a little sore. And she'll leave the court. Be tended to. For the Grizzlies, you don't want to lose any more players here. There's only 7 active players dressed for today's game. To make that 6, you're playing with a very small lineup. Cassidy Warren-Timpano out today. Suffered an ankle injury and was not able to dress. So a short lineup. Could be down to 6 if Young's not able to get back in the game, but hopefully she'll be okay. In the meantime, it's the Grizzlies on offense. Howlett trying to fight off the defender, but gets the call. It's Michaela Appleby, her second foul this quarter. 3 team fouls against SLC with 5:19 remaining in the second. Howlett finds Courtney, who finds Lees. Lees moves to the outside for Murray. Murray trying to get the ball inside. She gets a shot up just before the shot clock goes off, but it misses. DeWolf now setting things up on offense. Appleby to Steer. Steer has space and passes it off. Far corner from Moyer. Good coverage by Courtney. Trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. It's Appleby driving with the left hand, getting it to go. Howlett spins off the defender and finds some space, driving with the right hand and gets it to go. A good take by Howlett. Moyer now can't receive that pass cleanly. It goes out of bounds. Georgian's going to take a timeout. So the Vikings up 19-12. Two teams will talk things over. Return in just a moment. With 4:14 remaining in the second, it's Grizzlies ball in the offensive end. Novak Simcha has it moving left. Has to turn away from the basket and pass it off. Deflected, but back to Novak Simcha. It's Courtney driving against Hagedorn. Now double teamed and running out of time on the shot clock. Georgian just has not been able to find a groove on the offensive end today. And despite their best efforts defensively, they're starting to open the gap here between SLC and the Grizzlies. A good deflection on that shot, though. Gets the ball back to the Grizzlies. They're down 19-12. Still a lot of time to make things happen. Howlett trying to put things in her own hands, driving and missing with the layup there. DeWolf coming back the other way. DeWolf to Appleby. Left side steer. Shots up by Day, and good. Another three-pointer by SLC. Extends the lead to 10 points for the Vikings. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Novak Simcha, effective today from mid-range. She's got 6 points, and Steer carries it over half for the Vikings. Appleby shots up from 3. No good. Hagedorn grabs the rebound. It's going to give DeWolf a second chance from the outside. She drives instead, finds a lane, gets the 2. Good take by Cassie DeWolf. And Steer almost forces a turnover, catching Howlett a little bit unaware on the inbound. Grizzlies are going to retain possession. Both teams will make some substitutions. McIntyre coming into the game for SLC. Dunkold and Murray checking into the game for the Grizzlies, as well as Eden Young, who's back onto the floor, returning from an ankle injury earlier on. Lee's working the top of the arc. It's Day in coverage. Far side for Dunkold. Dunkold against Appleby. Inside for Lee's. Good pass by Dunkold. It's a good 2. And a great find by Kelsey Dunkold. McIntyre tried to go inside for Appleby, but kicked away by Mackenzie Howlett. It's gonna end the play, but inbounded by McIntyre now. Looking for somewhere to go, trying to go inside for Appleby, and good tight coverage by the Grizzlies defenders. Gets the ball back. Down 8. The Grizzlies have 2 minutes left in the second quarter to try and tighten things up before halftime. It's Howlett to Young. Young moves it to Murray. A lot of passing around the top of the arc for the Grizzlies here today. Got to get the ball inside. They'll look to do so. They're turned away from the basket and intercepted by Day on the far side.
Georgian, number 10, Kelsey Dunkold, that's her first.
SLC putting a lot of pressure on every Georgian ball carrier throughout the day today. It's resulted in a lot of turnovers. However, an offensive call against, I believe, Michaela Appleby gives Grizzlies the ball back. 1:34 left to go in the first half. Howlett to Lees. Inside to Dunkold. He's got a bit of a mismatch against Day. Goes to the left hand, gets the foul. Good post moves there by Kelsey Dunkold. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good on the second, so Kelsey Dunkel goes 1 of 2 at the line. Rachel Steer comes into the game for Day. 7-point differential between the two teams. St. Lawrence in the lead, 1:20 remaining in the first half. Abby McIntyre with the pass to Rachel Steer. Unable to control it. It goes out of bounds. Georgian takes over and they'll have a chance to get some points before halftime. Howlett going inside to Dunkel. Dunkel back out to Young, who's open. will put up the three-pointer. It doesn't go. DeWolf grabs the rebound, heads back the other way. DeWolf, Steer shot is up. Close but no good. Young grabs the rebound, coughs it up. It gave McIntyre a second chance. Doesn't go. Now Dunkel breaking out, carrying it over half. It's 2-on-3 for the Grizzlies off of a Viking, and they'll let that go to bounds. Reset in the offensive end. 36 seconds left on the clock. 17 on the shot clock. Howlett has it one-on-one with McIntyre, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Driving with the left hand and blocked. There is a shot clock, about 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock, but Howlett's going to force a turnover. One-on-one with Abby McIntyre. Left hand doesn't go. Fighting for the rebound, Abby McIntyre grabs it. That's tipped, turned over. Pass to Dunkel with 7 seconds left. Shots up, no good. SLC is going to hold Georgian without any points in the last minute of that first half. They had quite a few opportunities to get a shot up, but good last-second defending by the Vikings gives them a 24-17 lead heading into halftime. Upcoming at the half, the OCAA Shoot for Cash competition. No, I'm not. I'm done. Thank you.
It's now time for the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. Our contestant is going to shoot for $1,000. He will attempt a layup starting from three-point circle, free throw, and a three-point shot. He will be given 2 attempts at each shot. If he's able to make all 3 of those shots, he will then move on.
4 shots separate our contestant and $1,000 cash. Got to make a layup, free throw, three-point, and then a half-court shot.
All right, first up, layup from the three-point line. Starting at the three-point line. That's all right. That's all we got. 2 chances.
Good on the layup. He'll move to the free throw line. And good from the free throw line. He's moving on to the three-point shot. 2 shots separating our contestant and $1,000. No good from the three-point line. It's one more attempt. The dream ends at the three-point line. Thank you to our contestant for participating in the OCAA Shoot for Cash competition. We'll have another contestant give it a go at halftime of the men's game, our second game this afternoon. If you are interested in being an OCAA Shoot for Cash contestant, come on out to a Georgian Grizzlies home varsity basketball game. Always one contestant to give it a go during the women's game, one during the men's. Come on out, enjoy the game, give it a go. In the meantime, we're going to take a short break for the halftime. We'll be back for the third quarter. We'll see you then.
Load money on your one card today for a convenient way to pay for food and services at Georgian College. Visit georgiancollege.ca/onecard for more information.
thinking that.
Usually like a single team does that.
I know I was watching the first, just watching, I was like, wow, SOC is jacking up threes. They're 4 for 20. They shot 20 threes. It's a lot.
Yeah.
In 20 minutes about,
Yeah.
they've shot a 3-point every minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
They're killing it. See our new basketball poster?
Yeah, I did.
You like
yeah.
that?
Is that the seal that's covering up the door or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird seeing it, because like I don't like that's the largest my stuff's been printed ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then like it's neat that it's here, but then I also try to wrap my head around that it's also going to be in every college.
Is it?
Yeah.
True.
Every college that has a team anyway. So
That's awkward for them.
I mean, they're just all going to get it in regular like poster size, but still, I think I have the biggest marketing flex out of all of the marketing program right now. So.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
What I never understood was the Stones versus Beatles album. Those are very different sounding groups.
Again, at the time, though, you're kind of
Yeah, I guess.
enough of a 100% Stone guy.
Yeah. Have you been to a Stone concert?
No, I almost went in this past summer in
Yeah.
Europe. Going to the Pearl Jam concert, they cancel it, and the Stones were playing in like Brighton that night, and I almost fucking went.
Oh.
But I was like, I had no way to get back to fucking London. The train didn't run, and there was a bomb on my subway that day. After I just go, it was kind of a wild day.
Yeah, maybe that's a state.
Then I was like, I'm not gonna go to the Stones concert. Well, the tickets are still there. The football stadium, and they're like fucking 200
Yeah.
fucking pounds. I was like, of course there's still hot tickets available.
Yeah.
Almost. I
go through the tour, and they're like, my aunt and uncle love to travel. Love to travel. And like all 3 Toronto shows are sold out.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, well, where else are they playing? They're looking at like Germany, like Amsterdam.
That'd be legit.
And then we like get into like we see that they're playing in Paris, and we get into like a semi-serious discussion about going to Paris
Yeah.
for like a week
Secret man, please.
to see the show.
Yeah.
And then like I would just go around and see Paris,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "All right, have fun."
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know where I am.
I can't even speak this language.
Yeah. Because like they've been to Italy like 4 times. They've been to Paris multiple times. Like they've done the Louvre, like the Mona Lisa, the Eiffel Tower, like all that shit.
Yeah.
Now they're at the point where they're like, I want a cultured experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a landmark
Yeah,
experience.
same. That's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah. So we want to
Like I want to do a lot of like cultural stuff, but then like the trip that I really want to plan out, probably like a year and a half from now when I graduate, is just like a bunch of different countries in Europe and stopping at like a lot of World War II like sites. And a lot of them are just like towns now, but it's just like it'd be cool to go there, have lunch, and be like, hey, this is a huge battle one day.
Yeah. Well, cool. I see what a lot of people do now is they'll either like print off their own pictures or they'll use their phone.
Yeah.
And they'll find a location of like a destroyed building.
Oh yeah.
And they'll do that hold up comparison
Yeah.
thing. I think those are really neat.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, I've been to Vimy Ridge and that was like really cool. So it gives me like an interest to do a lot of other ones.
I think if I were to go visit any World War II monument, memorial site, historical site, anything, I want to go to Auschwitz.
I really want to go there, yeah, and just to understand it, just like see how big it was, and be like, holy crap.
Because like you can wrap your head around like there were like the showers and the gas chambers and like all that stuff, but you think about it and you're like, was it the size of a college campus?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Was it, and like, was it like we here have a pretty decent sized campus.
Yeah.
Back in North Bay, like the Canadore campus is not that big.
Yeah.
So like, if you're thinking college campus size, is it like a Canadore campus?
Yeah.
Is it
Exactly.
like a Humber campus?
Yeah.
Like,
And it's probably bigger. It's probably like all 3 of those schools put together.
Yeah.
Realistically. And yeah, like you can understand like what they did, but to stand in a room like small and have someone be like, you were in here with like 100 other people being killed, and it's like, wow, that's powerful. You don't get an understanding of it from here. You get to learn about it, hear about it, but you don't get to like feel it. You don't get to feel it.
It's a lot different when you actually go to a place and you're there and you're like, wow, this is where
wrong.
this happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're back underway at Georgian College. Georgian Grizzlies women's basketball team hosting St. Lawrence Vikings. We'll start things off with Rachel Steer getting 2 points on the board. The good take there, driving with the right hand, getting the 2 points. Kelsey Dunkel manages to grab the long stretch pass. Howlett drives with the right hand off the rim and out. Moyer grabs the rebound. SLC coming back the other way. Moyer drives, kicks out to DeWolf. Decides not to shoot. It's Moyer putting up the 3. That's the 21st three-point attempt by St. Lawrence today. They're shooting 4 for 21 from the three-point line. Good pass by Lees. The 2 will fall for Dunkel. Georgian back within 7 now, down 26-19. McIntyre calls for a pick, moves right. He's covered by Murray. Now has some space. Lee steps in, gives some good help defense. Kelsey Dunkel knocks the pass out of bounds. 11 seconds remain on the shot clock. Steer's inbound pass goes to McIntyre. Her three-point attempt, no good. Steer grabbed the rebound, put another shot up. Scrambling for the ball in the paint now. The Grizzlies came away with it, but it is a jump ball. Jump ball arrow in favor of the Grizzlies. Open on the far side. Chelsea Lees looking to go somewhere with the ball. Moves it to Murray. Howlett now. Top outside of the arc. Dunkled open for a mid-range shot. It's no good, but she hustles, grabs her own rebound. Gets a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Howlett driving, but ball's knocked away. Cassie DeWolf comes down with it. Rachel Steer now one-on-one with Katie Murray. Driving. Gets it to go. Murray to Howlett. Howlett far side for Young. Inside to Lees. Two-point attempt, no good. DeWolf shots up for three, no good. Off of Mackenzie Howlett's hand and out of bounds. SLC will retain possession. Steer inbounds it to DeWolf. Knocked away by Howlett. They'll retry from the sideline, just in front of the Viking bench. McIntyre receives the inbound pass, moves it back to Steer. McIntyre had Moyer open in the corner, juggling the pass. It goes off of Young and out of bounds. Vikings have 4 seconds on the shot clock to get the ball off. Long pass to the far side for Steer, out to McIntyre, juggles the pass, and that's going to end the shot clock, but Georgian's coming back the other way. Chelsea Lees passing it to Dunkel, and it's knocked away by Moyer. Ball's going to be given to the Grizzlies. A good hustle by Moyer to get back and disrupt that play. Knock that ball out of bounds.
Everyone on TV saw that one too.
Hecadorn's going to check into the game. Good pass to Dunkel. Eden Young with a great hustle play to rip away that ball, and she's knocked down. So grabbing the rebound and drawing a foul. Call goes against Rachel Steer. First team foul of the half against the Vikings. Howlett prepares to inbound. Goes top for Lees. Looking, so go to Howlett on the outside. Call is going to be against the Grizzlies. Katie Murray gets called for the off-ball foul. Lydia Snyder checks into the game for Kylie Moyer. Rachel Steer crossing half for SLC. It's Dunkel in coverage. Trying to get around the corner on Dunkel, unable to do so. She passed it off to Moyer, who's got a lane to drive. Murray got in the way to contest that shot. It's enough, and Howlett rips away the ball from Snyder. Good defensive outing by the Grizzlies, who transitioned to offense. Dunkel driving. Didn't have a clean handle on that. Lee's now driving with the right hand. It doesn't go. Cassie DeWolf carrying it up floor. Dishes it to Steer. Steer's got Moyer on the left of the pick. She decides to shoot. Gets all of the rim but doesn't go. Howlett to Young. Young to Murray. Lees goes inside to Young, trying to work against Hagedorn. And that's a block by Moyer on the three-point attempt by Howlett. Moyer driving against Dunkel with the left hand. It goes. Good take by Moyer. Gets the 2. SLC now up 11. Driving is Howlett. Through the contact, no calls made. Dunkel gets a shot at it. It doesn't go. Now off of Viking. Georgian retains possession. Abby McIntyre checks in for Rachel Steer. With 5:20 remaining in the third quarter, St. Lawrence leads by 11, 30-19. Dunkel inbounds to Lees. Back inside to Dunkel, doesn't catch it cleanly. Tries to turn towards the basket, and Hagedorn's there to rip it away. McIntyre far side for DeWolf. Tried to go inside to Snyder, but it's picked off by Dunkel. Murray to Lees. Trying to get the ball inside. Gets it to Young inside. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Mackenzie Howlett. Now fighting off 2 defenders. It's Young to Murray. Inside to Lees. Passes a little bit off and out of bounds. Lees began cutting to the basket before the pass was made. Going to force head coach Todd Talbot to call a timeout. As the 2 teams break, head coach Todd Talbot will look to put together an offensive game plan. They've got some catching up to do. It's the Grizzlies down 30-19 midway through the third quarter.
That's what I want.
Yeah, I'd be down. It'd be a horrible game for me to be on the mic, but
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Entertainment. It's Young covering McIntyre. Pass the outside for Hagedorn, catches and shoots. Off the backboard, not in. Snyder fighting under the basket, gets the call, and will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. The second call against Katie Murray. Snyder's first shot's good. Snyder 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Now a 3-on-2 for the Grizzlies. Pass to Lees, a contested shot. Good job by SLC to contest that shot despite being outnumbered. Georgian walks away with nothing on that offensive possession. DeWolf to Hagedorn, to the corner for McIntyre. Turned away, passed it inside for Moyer. It's DeWolf now with 5 seconds left to shoot. Moyer shots up, a little too much. Hagedorn grabs the rebound, gets a shot back up. That one's no good. Georgian lets it go out of bounds and gets possession. Kaylee Day and Rachel Steer coming into the game for Allison Hagedorn and Cassie DeWolf. 3:46 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 32-19 St. Lawrence lead. Howlett moves it to Young. Young back to Howlett. Dunkled, Howlett. Far side for Young, got space to shoot. She puts up the three, and that one's good. Nothing but net for Eden Young. Cashes the three-point shot. SLC coming back the other way. Kaylee Day to Rachel Steer. Outside for McIntyre. Young's in coverage. Moyer is looking for space against Dunkled. Through some contact, gets the shot up, and it goes. A strong take by Moyer, earning the 2 points. Maintaining a 12-point lead for the Vikings. Dunkled to Young. Driving to the right. Steps away. Tries to find Dunkled off the hand of Day. Howlett recovers. Autumn Courtney with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Lees. Her attempt doesn't go. McIntyre carries it out. Howlett in coverage. She drives, just loses possession and went off her foot out of bounds.
Jump! Jump! Jump, not jump, you can jump. Jump, not jump.
Howlett carries it past a couple Vikings defenders. Now Dunkled working against two Vikings. Pass goes to Young, who will put up another three-point attempt. This one's no good. Day with the rebound.
Go, Kylie.
Moyer to Steer. Steer carries it over half. Day to Moyer. Moyer drives, passes it out to Steer for the three. It doesn't go. Moyer continues to fight for the rebound. Goes inside to McIntyre, puts the shot up, and it's good for the two. No worries. Howlett to Young. Over top to Lees. Inside to Dunkled, who had space, didn't realize that she was turned away from the basket. Leads to a missed three-point attempt by Eden Young. And that'll give the opportunity for some subs to check into the game for St. Lawrence. It's DeWolf, Appleby, and McDonald checking into the game for Moyer, Snyder, and McIntyre. McDonald carrying it with the left, pass it to Appleby, far side for DeWolf, who has space to shoot and does. That's a good three-point attempt. Leads now to 17 points for the Vikings, and Howlett with had a second thought about that shot, tried to pass it off, but she gets called for the up and down. Steer to McDonald. Outside to Steer. Steer will reset. It's one-on-one with Howlett. Trying to get the ball inside. It's DeWolf who gets the last second shot off, and it goes, beating the shot clock. That's another three for Cassie DeWolf. A 20-point lead for the Vikings now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Howlett shot's no good. Steer grabs the rebound, and that'll be it for the shot clock. There's 20 seconds on the game clock left to go in this third quarter. Almost turning the ball over. Heads up play by DeWolf keeps it alive. Day working against Howlett with 9 seconds left to go. It's McDonald now. Driving right through Chelsea Lees and getting the 2 points to go. That'll pretty much run out time in the third quarter. And the Vikings are going to carry a 22-point lead into the fourth quarter. They're up 44-22. We've got 1 quarter of play left to go. We'll be back in just a moment to bring you the action. Well, it's the St. Lawrence Vikings taking a 22-point lead into the fourth quarter. A lot of shots have been attempted throughout this game, and it's been just the Vikings are making a few more. They're 6 for 28 from the three-point line with 17 for 49 field goal altogether. For the Grizzlies, they're 10 for 45. From the three-point line, they're 1 for 10. It's McDonald with the ball, looking for space. Appleby grabs it, moves it to Steer. Steer is covered by Young. And Dunkel comes up with the steal. Howlett looking for a pass the whole way, ended up driving, got the basket and the foul, so a chance at a three-point play coming up for Mackenzie Howlett.
That's a good for Mackenzie Howlett. Foul on St. Lawrence, number 25 for Haley. That's her second personal 2 foul in a row. The line should be one for Mackenzie Howlett.
Howlett makes good on the three-point play. Yeah, if they all came as easy as that, they'd be right in this game. Unfortunately, not the case. She was able to walk right into that basket. On the other side, Appleby working around a couple of Grizzlies defenders, trying to come down with the ball. It's going to be a jump in favor of the Grizzlies. And Lydia Snyder checking into the game for Michaela Appleby. Howlett's handoff pass tipped out of bounds by Kaylee Day. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're inbounding it on the offensive end. Young receives the inbound pass. Howlett receives the pass out to Dunkel. Dunkel with the mid-range opportunity. Play's going to be whistled dead. Emily McDonald gets called for the push. Howlett's going to take a moment to gather herself. And she's up and will remain in the game.
Rachel, jump to the rim.
Howlett to Dunkel. Dunkel makes a move and drives. Snyder did a good job closing the space, not letting Dunkel get a clean shot off. Back the other way, it's a three-point opportunity, and it's good. Shots made by Emily McDonald. Howlett to Murray. Novak Simcha now, covered by McDonald. Tries to move it out, it's picked off. Lydia Snyder, back-to-back good defensive plays, unable to convert it into two, but Kaylee Day is there to grab the rebound. Dunkel with another steal.
Stop ball.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Pressure, please. Let's go, White.
Novak Simcha has the ball, looking for somewhere to go. Goes over top to Young. Howlett with it. Driving against Steer. Puts the shot up, a skyhook doesn't go.
Get wide, run wide.
Day moving the ball up court. Steer hands off to DeWolf. DeWolf back to Steer, shoots the three. Off the rim and out, rebounded by Snyder. DeWolf now has it, driving the lane. It's out to Day, Day shots up. That one also off the mark, rebounded by Young. Couple Vikings players closed out on Young, and the call will end up going up against the Vikings, so Georgian retains possession. St. Lawrence head coach Remy Simpson certainly did not like the call. However, we'll let this one go, and 7:37 remains in play. SLC up 47-25. Shot by Howlett, no good. Snyder grabs the rebound. A couple of Grizzlies trying to hustle, grab that ball. It's going to be a jump. Hagedorn with the ball, working against Novak Simcha. Now Kaylee Day for three, and it's good. St. Lawrence hits the 50-point mark, and they're up 50-25 over the Grizzlies. It's Dunkled working inside. Good post scorer, unable to get that one to go. Murray's second chance opportunity, unable to fall. And it's SLC coming back the other way. DeWolf inside to Hagedorn. Puts up the shot. A little bit short. Howlett grabs the rebound. Howlett drives and gets the two. And he's done that a couple times throughout the game. Has been effective when doing so. A double dribble called against the Vikings. And now let's just see what kind of offensive outing the Grizzlies can have in this fourth quarter if they can close this gap down a bit. They're down 23 at the moment. They've got 6:18 to work with.
Getting away from attacking the rim and moving the ball off the rim attack, right? Be aggressive on O.
Slow offensive possession for the Grizzlies here now, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Shots up for three. Rebounded by Young. It gives them a fresh 14. Simcha puts up the two-point attempt. It doesn't go. And it's out of bounds off the foot of Autumn Courtney, so the Vikings get the ball back. DeWolf outside for three, and that's good. Howlett driving, loses possession. It was knocked away. So the Grizzlies do retain possession on the offensive baseline. Chelsea Lees checks into the game for Katie Murray. Young puts up the three-pointer. It's no good. Novak Simcha grabs the rebound. It's now Eden Young. And she loses the ball as the shot clock expires. Shots up. It's no good. Courtney grabs the rebound. She'll have to fight away a couple Vikings defenders as they break out of their defensive end. It's now a 3-on-2 for Georgian. Lees gets the mid-range shot. It doesn't go. Kaylee Day comes up with it and is driving against Howlett. I think Howlett got a fingertip on that, was able to block it away. Howlett driving, and we'll get to the free throw line. Mackenzie Howlett playing hard right to the buzzer here in this fourth quarter. Good on the first attempt. And good on the second, so 2 for 2 from the line. Mackenzie Howlett building on her scoring total for the game. 4:25 remains in the fourth quarter. St. Lawrence leads 53-29. Kaylee Day puts up the three-point attempt. No good. Lees grabs the rebound. Courtney trying to retain possession, will be able to do so. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's Autumn Courtney working against the defender, gets the shot up, it's no good. Dunkel grabs the rebound and Day grabs that rebound, heads up court. It's a 2-on-2. Pass off to McIntyre, she'll slow things down. Trying to break out of their defensive end. Rachel Steer forced a turnover. Abby McIntyre open for the three-point shot, and it falls. Foul called against St. Lawrence, sends Mackenzie Howlett to the line. Good on the first attempt. Howlett, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Now Steer to Appleby. Day now moving up to the top and driving. Tries to go underhand. It'll go off her and out of bounds. Georgian ball. Two minutes, 50 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. And it's been a problem getting things going on the offensive side of things for Georgian all day. It's really just slow getting that offensive breakout started. By the time you got 10 seconds left on that shot clock, only a couple of passes have been made and the ball is still at the top of the three-point arc. So give credit to SLC. They've done a good job blocking the paint, not letting that ball get inside, but it's certainly something that needs to be improved and worked on by the Grizzlies in order to get points on the board. Having a good offensive outing in the fourth, their highest scoring quarter. They entered this quarter with 22 points. They're at 30 now, and Mackenzie Howlett shooting her second attempt from the free throw line. No good on those two attempts, and St. Lawrence coming back the other way. Hagedorn back out to Steer. Day drives, passes it underneath to Appleby, who gets the shot off. No good though. Howlett grabs the rebound and has to turn away from the basket. Had a bit of speed entering the paint. Lees gets called for the travel, and that's a turnover. SLC gets the ball back with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Day's pass a little bit errant and out of bounds. That's a turnover as Georgian takes over. Seconds on the shot clock. Young drives, doesn't get it to go. It's rebounded by Dunkel. Her shot doesn't go. Now Young tears away the ball and is able to retain possession for the Grizzlies. Forces a call to be made against the Vikings.
That was on San Morris, number 30, Allison Hagedorn. That's her first personal.
Allison Hagedorn gets pegged with the foul and
Eden Young.
sends Eden Young to shoot 2. Day finds Appleby at the top of the key. And now Steer drives the baseline pass inside for Hagedorn. Good passing, and Hagedorn had a good look at the end there, just unable to get it to fall. Young to Dunkel. Dunkel driving against Hagedorn. Tries to go up with the right hand. It's turned away. Novak Simcha gets the 2-pointer mid-range shot to fall. Jessica Novak Simcha has had a good offensive game. At least she's knocked down a few mid-range opportunities that she's had. Hagedorn's pass inside for Steer. A little bit ahead of her, but it was off of Young and out of bounds. 33 seconds remaining on the clock. 2 seconds on the shot clock, so they've got to shoot it, and they will get it off in time, but it doesn't hit the rim, and out of bounds off of a Viking, and this will likely be the Grizzlies' last possession of the game. Young carries over half. Spins away from her defender, driving with the left hand, gets it to go. A good last score for the Grizzlies. SLC has possession, and this will likely do it. They'll wrap up a dominant win here at Georgian College against the Grizzlies. They're going to take this one 56-34. They get their 5th win of the season. Grizzlies fall to 3-9 on the year. Well, it's a tough loss for the hometown Grizzlies, but they'll review this one and try and build on it, come back better the next time. Today we still have 1 game left to go. Coming up at 3 o'clock, the men's Georgian Grizzlies basketball team hosts the Fleming Knights. We'll be live on the call for that one at 3 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for this game. I'm Sean McAvoy. Have yourself a great afternoon. We'll see you at 3.